to the premises, go close to the proximity, and take that fight straight with the Walk 6C. ZMJJKK behind this door. He's gonna get eliminated. The grenade is gonna go, but it's not gonna connect anywhere. It's a 1 versus 3 unless you can pull this 1v3 off, which is almost an impossible task right now. Oh my god, you are cooked for this match, Indonesia. You are still gonna get a lot of points. 6 for the number 2, 10 for the place elimination that you have, and a total of 16 points. But will it be enough to hold you and yourself for the next match? But there we go. Vox managed to get 1 knockdown. Vox, let's see if he's gonna able to secure more elimination for himself. The Molotov, the throwables, all the utilities that could have been dumped on this guy, they have been used up. But there we go. Clever comes into play. Vox gets eliminated, and it's all over. 8 elimination. The Molotov, the throwables, all the utilities that could have been dumped on this guy, has been used up. But there we go. Clever comes into play. Vox gets eliminated, and it's all over. 8 elimination.
Molotov. It can be overwhelming.
This guy used up. There we go. Clever comes into play. Vox gets eliminated, and it's all over. 8 elimination. Molotov.
It can be overwhelming.
This guy used up. There we go. Clever comes into play. Vox gets eliminated, and it's all over. 8 elimination. Molotov.
It can be overwhelming.
This guy used up. There we go. Clever comes into play. Vox gets eliminated, and it's all over. 8 elimination. Molotov.
It can be overwhelming.
This guy used up. There we go. Clever comes into play. Vox gets eliminated, and it's all over. 8 elimination. Molotov.
It can be overwhelming.
This guy used up. There we go. Clever comes into play. Vox gets eliminated, and it's all over. 8 elimination. Molotov. This guy used up. There we
Tries to prove
go.
it by
comes into play. Vox gets eliminated, and it's all over. 8 elimination. Molotov. This guy, you were the sole responsible to that actually managed to take down the Nepal Blue. He was that guy that did that one thing into the area. A total of 63 knockouts. Responsible to that we have 147 throwables used. 2 actually managed to take down the Nepal Blue. He was that guy that did the instance that actually occurred in this Erangel. Is also I think last total of 63 knockouts. Responsible that on the downside, 47 throwables used. Actually managed to take down the Nepal Blue. So the rides are there that did into the match ranking actually occurred. 18 points, 16 for Malaysia, 9 for Malaysia. Two for Lebanon, they're taking down the shot. 8 less. There that did Timor-Leste and Sri Lanka is not used. They're taking down the shot. 8 less. There that did Timor-Leste and Sri Lanka is not used. They're taking down the shot. 8 less. There that did
and in a tense head-to-head,
Timor-Leste and Sri Lanka is not used. They're taking down the shot. 8 less. There that did
and in a tense head-to-head,
Timor-Leste and Sri Lanka is not used. They're taking down the shot. 8 less. There that did
and in a tense head-to-head,
Timor-Leste and Sri Lanka is not used. They're taking down the shot. 8 less. There that did
with the overall rankings here.
I mean, for that, you have to be very consistent and very concise on whatever you're doing, and the amount of points that you have to secure for yourself into this particular vicinity, which already is impossible, judging from the fact on how the fights are actually happening, and at no point in time you have the slightest of idea when the other team can over push you and eliminate you from that point onward. But ladies and gentlemen, we have the MVP ranking. Malak Bek once again reclaiming his throne onto the number 1 position. We have Fyron at the very end from Malaysia, 20 elimination to his name as well, but the rest of the names are gonna go all the way to the team Pakistan. IQ, Falak, T24 OP, 25, 28, 23 eliminations, but Malak Bek 30 31 elimination. This is what I was talking about. You just need a single elimination and you're going to be set for the number 1 position. A survival time, a short survival time actually occurred, and now it is 35.98% points for Malak Bek, IQ 35.76, Falak 35.55, T24 33.45, 31.59 for Firen. That's a really big dispersion after the top 3, but ladies and gentlemen, we are done with the 3 matches. Only the 2 more remains, and those are the Miramars.
Yep, and I'm still not over with what happened during the last zone, the end game. The final moments definitely showed us, you know, that Indonesia and Jordan actually locked in a fierce duel, you know, for the WWCD. And I'm pretty sure that Indonesia was really eager, you know, to reclaim the dominance, which they were able to actually pull off, you know, at the end of that match. But then again, we only have 2 more matches to go, and we're going to step into the first Miramar this evening, so don't go away, ladies and gents. We'll be right back after this. But then again, we only have 2 more matches to go, and we're gonna step into the first Miramar this evening, so don't go away, ladies and gents. We'll be right back after this. Ladies and gentlemen, Torix and Red Queen here, bringing you the action as we head into match number 4 in Miramar. You just know that this isn't just going to be another battleground. This is going to be a true test of endurance, precision, and of course strategy. With the leaderboard shifting and only 2 matches left for today, the pressure is definitely sky high, and every team knows that this is their moment to make a move.
This is the definite moment to make a move, and those 2 maps that are remaining, those 2 matches are remaining. Andy, we're missing the fact that they're all the Miramar matches. They're all the same maps, both of them. So even if one map do not go into the way of the teams, the second one may just go into their proximity, into their way. So we do have to see how well the players are going to be able to get that momentum done for themselves, or how the teams are going to take that initiative fight for themselves. I'm really concerned about Team Indonesia. I'm really concerned about Team Pakistan. at this point, because they are kind of getting into the tussle against each other, and even a single slightest mistake can shift the whole leaderboard against them. We have seen these teams capable of securing 16, 15, 18 elimination points, and on top of that, a bit of a chicken dinner, meaning that 20 points of a difference that is right now being secured for the teams, it's not that much at this point.
Yeah, you're definitely right. But I feel like, yeah, Pakistan, they have been dethroned for day 2. Right after Sanhok and moments ago, they were really pretty impressive. They were determined. They were so eager really at getting Indonesia out of the top spot, and they were able to do that. But again, we were talking about the fact that one mistake, one slip up could mean everything. And Indonesia was able to do a massive resurgence from the previous round. And I think at this point, they're really going to give it their all to reach the top spot. Again, they've managed to put in a lot of effort and a lot of work, to be the top dogs in this competition. And I think, they have no way, or like they're not going to let it happen to just let go of being the strongest competitor here in this tournament.
I mean, they are kind of like a strong team. Those mistakes, this is not the time to make any kind of mistakes whatsoever. But ladies and gentlemen, you can already see the plane line from Impala all the way to the La Cobreria. El Pozo is accessible, Picado is accessible, Los Leones. It may be accessible if you glide, unless you have to find the cars to like go down into the city of the Los Leones. San Martin is available, Hacienda del Patron, so someone is definitely going to go for that Golden Murado. I can definitely say for that for sure. El Azhar is also another vicinity where we might see some early clashes, early fights, early tussle, any of those sorts happening into the area. But from what I can see, I see Hacienda del Patron kind of into a fight where the teams will definitely go for that aggressive stances. Picado may be another one where Indonesia, one player's at MJJKK might drop down alongside with another full team. So 1 versus 4, you have to be very careful, very precise on which angle you're going to take, which angle you're going to shoot at if you want to like have any casualties against the other team.
And this is interesting because Team Pakistan is close with where Nepal Blue is, right there in the middle of
we might see some early clashes
the map, so maybe they will find each other and maybe they will have an altercation, but of course we'll just have to wait and see if that ever happens. But in the meantime, we're looking at Timor-Leste. At the moment, William was able to get himself a point here. They're going up against Team Mongolia. And right now they do have that leverage up against the opposite just because of the fact that they were able to get one of their players. So it's going to be a 4v3 situation. But as you can see, some of the players from Mongolia still going through the buildings here to make sure that they have enough ammo, they have the proper attachments, and of course the right weapons to defend themselves with. But as for Fatality, is already getting into position, trying to find an angle that he could utilize, of course, to get the advantage back on their side for this fight.
I mean, we do have to know how the fight is going to actually like end it up, because even in Picado, the TLS versus Mongolia, Team Timor-Leste versus Mongolia, the fight ensued. The fight started with Mongolia having the disadvantage for them at the very early stage. But now, from this point onward, I think both of the teams have mutually decided to disengage from this fight and try to like kind of make a distance, maintain a distance between them. This is the second last match. You have to be very careful what you're gonna do. It's a matter of life and death. It's a matter of whether you're gonna be into the top 6 or not from this point onward. The mistake that you could have made into the day number 1, day number 2, there is no chance for that anymore. Malaysia versus Sri Lanka, it's happening into the kill feed as well. We're getting some casualties, we're getting some eliminations. Sri Lanka versus Lebanon is also into the proximity as well. So Lebanon, they are the one that did get that knockdown upon on the players, but still, it's Miramar. You still have the decency, the chance where the fights are not going to actually happen. The full fight are not going to actually happen into the starting of the stages, but rather the stage number 2 or the 3.
If Malaysia actually does great in this round, then they will be the fourth team to cross that triple-digit score. Right now, Indonesia and of course Nepal Blue that has a triple-digit on the leaderboard. But again, 99 points, and Nepal Red with 92. So it's they're already neck to neck here, battling for fourth place spot. I can say that Malaysia is still, like elimination heavy approach. They have, I mean, that strategy alone kept them competitive, while Red, their consistent placements, I think, is what keeping them in the race here. But in the meantime, let's see what's going to happen. Sri Lanka now goes in for the charge here. Unfortunately, Susti tripped a little, and Lexi capitalized on that one. And now we can see that Susti is facing the ground here. Legacy is pretty low in HP, and that was a nade coming from Sri Lanka. Jimmy went in for a revive wait from Lebanon, picking up that nade, but waited too long for that one.
Yeah, he kind of waited too long for that one, and that's on him at this point. Susti not only will get that revival, but Jimmy securing those 2 eliminations for himself. It's a great approach and a great start that the player has finally got for himself. But now, the rest of these two teams, they're actually getting a third party from the backside. You can see into the minimap, we can see a purple name into the back vicinity, but we do have to see how that is going to happen, how that is going to affect all these players. Lebanon is here, easy into the front lines. We have Team SLX, Sri Lanka, Lebanon on the backside. There is another team. We do have to see how this 3-way deadlock is gonna happen.
Okay, here we go. Easy. I do wonder if it's going to make it easy for the Sri Lankans, of course, to find him at this point. But then again, it is crucial for Lebanon just because of the fact that they're still at the bottom of the leaderboard, and now another teammate had just been picked up. But I guess this takes away the attention, from Lebanon and Sri Lanka now looking at a different direction, because there's a team, I think, on the church or at the church area here that could potentially knock them out. But then again, Lucifer, I don't think he's going to let go of this last person coming from Lebanon. And let's see if he can actually pinpoint where he is exactly and get that point done.
Oh my god. 16 teams out of 16 teams are alive. Andy, I love this fact that this Miramar is actually going into the anticipation mode, where we have like a very slow pace start. Yes, the teams are getting eliminated, some players are getting eliminated, and the rest of the teams, a full-fledged team elimination has yet to occur. Vietnam has 1 elimination, one of their players now knocked down. Indonesia is also facing that casualty. 1 player there is knocked out. The second one has been eliminated. This cannot be a good start for the team Indonesia from this point onward, as ZM, JJKK, and Malkbek are the only 2 guys alive. They are getting some more shots, they are getting some more damage onto their side, and if they're wrong, if they're making knockdown a confirmation on another player, and this will severely undermine the full team of Indonesia at this point. But Vietnam, you don't have to get overconfident at this point. Yes, you are getting some decent number of elimination points, but oh my god, you beauty, Malkbek! Super low in that HP. Now, from this point onward, Vietnam has successfully almost destroyed the team Indonesia. Asia at this point, ZMJJKK is on his knees. The player has revved himself back to the 75% HP.
Oh, man.
Lamborghini is being intercepted by a third party. Oh my god, IQ coming up, fighting with the Nepal White into the proximity. So it's not just one fight, it's taking the fight against the team Nepal White. Pakistan is fighting with the Nepal White as well. Alongside, if they're really lucky, they can have all those eliminations for themselves. So it's a matter of fact of how you're going to be able to get more and more elimination for yourself, because this elimination, this knockout was phenomenal. Sky, you are a elimination. You are a peak freak at this point. You are getting those peaks, you are getting those knockdowns on the precisions. That takes a lot of practice, man.
Oh, this is a party! I mean, Indonesia definitely called back to first. Got all the teams fighting up in this very spot. It's so painful to see Indonesia right now getting their teammates picked off one by one. It was Nepal White just moments ago, and now we have Team Vietnam and Team Pakistan coming into play as well. So again, if Pakistan doesn't have a statement game here in Miramar, Indonesia might run away with a championship, and Team Pakistan just made sure that, oh no, that's not how it's gonna play out. We are definitely here to win it, and that's exactly what they did. Indonesia already out for the Miramar game.
Oh my god, 5 elimination into the Miramar. Indonesia is out. Nepal Blue is still into the vicinity, 117 points and 3 elimination. They are on the 120 marker as well, ladies and gentlemen. But for Man Alive, it's a great start. The start is great for these players, and we do have to see how it's going to go forward. But Example is going to go back into his horse, is going to sit on the horse, and now move forward into maybe some decent number of compounds area. You don't want to like be into the Petrona area where it's not good for you. It's Hacienda del Patron, outskirts. The area is the outskirts, and you do have to know, we do have to see how they're going to be able to like secure their momentum over here, because this open area only means one thing: either you're going to be looking at a lot of players, or there's going to be a lot of players that are looking at you.
Whew, oh my goodness, that was again a nerve-wracking experience, and we're talking about the stage number 2 in Miramar. Anyway, we've got Red of Nepal going up against Jordan. We've got Lucifer down on the ground. Same thing goes for Trexie of Malaysia coming off the kill feed here. We've got Jimmy picking up his teammate. Of course, to get all the firepower, he needs to defend the whole team, while Depp and Trex is still on the ground here, and I think they won't have a chance to even get picked up at this point. And Sri Lanka obviously will capitalize on this information, and Lucifer will come after Depp. But just look at the kill feed here. It's still lighting up. It is not stopping at this point. What is going on?
Oh my god, this is so insane at this point. The teams, the way that everyone is getting into the fight. We were talking about, okay, the Miramar is super slow on the start, but now everyone is kill hungry. Everyone is elimination hungry. Timor-Leste, William comes into the play, takes down Mongolia, and right with this, the 4 elimination are for these guys without even a single casualty. Champ will also be getting that revival, but I'm not sure why Champ was not been taken up before that. Okay, Abu is here. Get that Champ, and all the 4 players are going to be back on the 75% HP. The only 2 teams, Timor-Leste and Maldives, are the names that are right now outside of the play zone, outside of the circle, taking that blue damage. But in the circle, Lebanon, Team Sri Lanka on the backside, the 3rd team, they are still here. They are still into the same area that we saw them at the very start of the game. And come on, man, come on. It is I think it is from the Team Malaysia side. That is the backlines of Team Lebanon and Sri Lanka. Yes, Kenny is there into the backlines. Easy has been spotted. The DBS is not going to get any kind of connection. The player needs to be very careful on whatever he's going to do. The DBS is going to get one connection. The second one does not comes into the way. Lebanon gets eliminated. Now Sri Lanka with the upper hand with the 1v3 that Jimmy has done so far, with the 4 total elimination. Now they're down to the 3 players. Malaysia, at this point, I do believe so. They have a really good chance. If they had the throwables, they could have utilized that right here.
Well, all Jimmy had was the element of surprise, so it's really hard to go up against 3 members of a squad here. I mean, you're all alone, so a win could definitely be hard to pull off. So we do understand, Jimmy. Don't worry about it. 11 teams remaining here, ladies and gents, and we're looking at Kenny, also the last surviving member coming from Miramar, and we did talk about this moments ago, that if Miramar does good in this particular round, and they could be the 4th team to actually cross the triple-digit score, but unfortunately we're down to just their last member. So perhaps, the best thing to do right now is just not make his presence felt, hold his breath and not really make any movements whatsoever to not compromise this location. But of course, coming off the kill feed, it's Timor-Leste again. One of their players just got picked off, if I'm not mistaken, and on the screen we've got Domain of Nepal Red. They are here at Cruz del Valle, they're watching out for any teams that might head towards their direction. But I feel like, yeah, they're pretty close with Sri Lanka. They're pretty close with Bangladesh as well. But I don't think they're going to be leaving that compound, especially with the fact that, you know, they don't want to risk any more members in the team since they're down to just 2.
Oh my god, they're down to just 2. Bangladesh is down to the very last guy on top of that. Laos is pushing up to more lessons in the front line. The grenades are gonna go up. The sprays will get a connectivity. Team Pakistan, they're in the circle. Talking about the Laos and the other teams, they are into the circle as well. The fight can definitely ensue over towards that direction, but Laos, they managed to secure 2 more eliminations for themselves, a total of 4 elimination. Beautifully done. Susti is knocked out so far, so something needs to be done by those players as well. And Malaysia has been eliminated in Cruz del Valle at this area. Laos, 4 elimination, 3 men standing, going forward. They have another team, Nepal Blue, into the close proximity. Example, also on his horse, just chilling out there into this barren lands with the horse. He is actually a cowboy. He's being a cowboy in this land, but will he shoot? Will he shoot quickly upon his enemies? This is the question. But KYT close to the team Laos. The fight can ensue. The fight can occur, but none of these 2 teams kind of want to like take the fight into this long of a range spray, where they know that even if the player gets a knockdown, it will be an easier revival for the players. You cannot like hope to get that confirmation upon on the team. KYT is kind of scared as well because his team is kind of further away from him, and if he gets knocked out, it's on him. It's on him at this point. Nobody's gonna come to rescue this guy outside of the blue zone, like outside of the safe zone, to get that revival done and make a full squad once again. But 6th elimination is good for the team Nepal Blue as well. They're kind of like doing a great job cementing themselves into the top 3 position, and slowly and steadily they are trying their level best to approach the number 2, number 1 position maybe. But for that, you have to take 2 consecutive chicken dinner, this one and the next one as well.
Nepal Blue is definitely ahead. You know, they already have 6 elimination points for this round. Red is fighting to stay relevant, and unfortunately for the white team, obviously they're struggling, and now they have already been taken out of the game as well, which is so I do wonder which of these 3 amazing teams, of course, will really stand tall in this competition. But of course, the greatest, I think, team that I can say at this point, since they do have the numbers, would be the blue team. And I think we failed to mention the fact that, you know, Team Jordan, it was such a disruptor, you know, for this tournament. They're also one of the teams that really crawled their way from the bottom to the upper half section. I mean, they just took down Indonesia for WWCD, a while ago, and they're really fighting hard to get into the top 6 here. I wish, okay, that they can manage to hold on because, well, there you go. Okay, they just got eliminated with 2 points, so let's see if they can do a better round in the final match later on.
I mean, that's the thing. You have to be very careful on how you're going to play it out, because all these teams that have been eliminated, they don't have this match of a chance for themselves. They will only have the match, the next match, in fact, as their final hope to secure some positions, maybe break some of the momentum for the teams, and secure some of the momentum for themselves at that point. But talking about the team Pakistan so far, 4 players, and Falak is kind of getting some damage, and I'm not sure why this guy is super further away, always further away from his team. I'm not sure what is going on with this player, but he needs to regroup. He needs to regroup and regroup fast. But Nepal Red, Rex, managed to take down a player. It's an instant confirmation. That's the 6th elimination that even the team Nepal Red is going to have for themselves from this point onward. Domain is kind of close into the proximity of the team Syria. There is the Sri Lanka into the proximity as well, outside of the Erangel Valley, the valley area. But look at Susti. Susti's super further away from the team and close to the proximity of 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 of the players of the Syria.
Well, Pakistan was really dominant early on, but now they're in 2nd place, so is the pressure finally getting into them? But the fact that Indonesia has already been taken out of the game here, I think they do have the best chance again to score big for this round. Obviously, they need a huge game here in Miramar. If they fall short again, then Indonesia definitely might just walk away with the trophy. So again, Pakistan isn't just playing for the title. I feel like they're really fighting to reclaim, the regional dominance in the competitive scene. So let's see. Falak right now is getting some hits. I think that was coming from Laos. Wasn't that from Rex? Okay, maybe from Laos.
No, that was on the right side. I think that was on the right side where Team Laos is situated at. They were the one getting those shots. Falak did receive some, but now they're not going to look at Laos. They're actually going to look at their opponent. I think it is Nepal Red into the proximity that they are trying to look at. But Syria, they have spotted down the Sri Lankan's player. The shot will definitely ensue up upon these players as well. But will it connect? Will it connect? Will it get a knockdown? The answer is no. Sustina, meanwhile, gets a knockdown. Yes, that is for sure. And with 5 elimination to the name of Sri Lanka, I would say this is the right moment for the Syria to, even if they want to, take this fight for themselves, they have to push. They have to push on Sri Lanka from this point onward. Use all the utils, all the throwables that you have against this team. Throw with your hard content, get those eliminations and the victory for yourself, at least in this match. Syria, so far, it is 1 elimination. They're still above Team Sri Lanka on the hashtag number 9 that they are, but they're still super further away from securing that number 6 position. If they're still eliminated here, there is no hope whatsoever of securing that top 6 position in the next match as well.
And this has been a fast-paced match here in Miramar. The fact that we are already at stage 5 and we're only looking at 16 remaining, and that was a great sequence that we've seen so far. But anyway, Sri Lanka is running out of space here, and Ali obviously just making sure that they apply a lot of pressure onto the side of Sri Lanka to get that victory up against this team. But hey, they're still trying to dance it up, and Ali was able to take in some damage, but at the end of that clash, it was him that emerged victorious. And now Sri Lanka out of the way, eliminated by, of course, Syria. Now they do have 4 elimination points under their belt, which puts us with 5 teams remaining on the screen. Now Syria going in for a reposition here. They're taking in some damage as well, coming off from a spray somewhere. But the thing is, they have quite a great chance here of getting making it to the end game. But judging by the situation, obviously Team Pakistan is spread out, so they're going for the zone control here, even up against Nepal Blue.
They definitely are trying. At least they're trying. I have to give it to them that they are trying to secure some decent number of points for themselves. Team Pakistan, I'm not sure why. Falak is again super further away from the team. It's always this one player from the Pakistan gets knocked out and the chain reaction starts, and even right now they are still not fixing that up. Last match it happened, Falak was super further away from the team, and right now he's looting the airdrop. Wait a second, wait a minute. Okay, there was some strategies over here. He was outside for a reason. He got that level 3 arsenal for himself. I don't know if he's managed to get that gun for himself, the P90, the MG3, any of those other guns, the QBZ as well. And if he does, FAMAS, in fact, not the QBZ, FAMAS, if he managed to get those guns, okay, the close range will definitely be deadly for the team Pakistan at this point. But Syria, so far, it is one team that is outside of the circle. The rest of them, they have entered. Now, as Syria will be trying to move their position inside the circle, they will be forced with the fire against the team Nepal Blue. And Nepal Blue, we know for a fact that they are just waiting for this opportunity as well, that, okay, Syria, let Syria come out. We're going to take those casualties. We're going to have as much points, as much eliminations as we can possibly secure.
And here we go. Team Pakistan getting into position here, trying to, of course, anticipate all of the teams that we headed towards that direction. We can see the IQQ already doing a massive spray up against the team Laos. Lazy Boy already down on the ground, courtesy of Falak here. 7 points now for Team Pakistan. And we would talk about aggression again. Pakistan is on full force here. They would love to take the top spot back again from Indonesia, and Indonesia can't do anything about it for this round. So Pakistan obviously is capitalizing on this one and just really, really putting in all the work and effort to make sure that they finish off coming out at the top.
I mean, they still know that there are still 9 more players aside from them alive into the game. But Falak, oh my god, this is a wrong move. Come on, do not do this. Do not here, because if you do, the chain reaction might just start. Was actually been turned into the right direction. That okay, Falak, not over there. Come over here at this point. But Falak is still gonna stay into this area. He's still gonna try to find out the players. I'm not sure why at this point, at this small of a circle, they should be focusing on fighting together rather than a solo fights at this point, because those solo fights are going to be detrimental for you guys. If you get knocked down, it's a confirmation. It will not be into your favor. But the only team that have the compounds for themselves is the team of Pakistan at this point. I see no compounds, only the rocks, only the ridges, only the mountains for the players. But Falak going outside of the blue zone, taking some damage, going back in. The circle is going to shift once again. And now Falak is going to go back to the team and maybe hold all the premises out of the equation. But IQ is going back. He's trying to rotate out from a backside area into the circle once again, maybe having a decent position for himself into the proximity. Nepal Blue, they're also taking a look at the Team Syria at this point. But the Team Syria, they're still chilling. They're staying at the very corner. They know how to play this game. They know what's at stake from this point onward, and they don't want to make sure that even if they can't get any elimination points, they can secure as much positioning as possible.
Yep, but I think, you know, Team Pakistan already set down south of the zone. Now, Nepal Blue still need to take care of business here. Yes, they are. They do have the last chance here to get into the endgame, just because they still have to go through Syria. But then again, they also have the chance to win 2 points here. So let's see if they can be successful at eliminating Team Syria at this point, and perhaps they could face off again with Team Pakistan. 6 elimination points is a solid number right there, especially they're now at stage 7. They've already accumulated placement points, so that is a strong performance, a valiant effort coming from Nepal Blue. Now we've got XMPL riding his horse once again, headed towards another location here to help the rest of the team to check out what is going on. Coming from the south side, which is then patrolled by Pakistan.
It is patrolled by Pakistan so far, and they're not letting anyone into the proximity. But oh my god, example, you beast. What was that? The player was in the air. He managed to secure a single headshot on him. Luckily enough for the player, he's still alive. He is still remaining into the game, but the circle is closing on. 25 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. 25 more seconds, and we will have another stage. The stage number 8 will occur. The damage will intensify even more, but IQQ, not a good move, not a decent move. Do not go forward. Do not move forward into this proximity unless you have the DBS, and you can make sure that you can get those connections upon with the DBS as well. IQ, in this meanwhile, he's gonna go once again close to the proximity. He's gonna see the 4 players. He's gonna move back up. Once again, he's gonna round up the circle of this hill, try to find out the exact location of the teams. He's trying to make sure that the players are getting I think confused at this point with all this car like mocking up into the area, coming around, stopping, going forward, once again going back. So it's down to the top 3. It is Pakistan, it is Nepal Blue, and it is Syria. The grenades are coming up. Falak is going to have that first knockout on the Gyante side. The grenade is once again going to go. Example is low. Another grenade comes into the play. Example gets taken down. Delta is in the car. Killer YT is also in the car as well. They're moving away from this area. IQ is going to have both of those eliminations for himself. The player that was in the car, Delta, he's still staying there. In the meanwhile, Syria is also receiving the wrath of the team of Pakistan. But Killer YT, he managed to secure the last guy. 5 elimination for the Team Syria. They have been eliminated by the Nepal Blue. 8 elimination in total for the Nepal Blue and 10 for the Team Pakistan. But oh my god, that's a Molotov right there. That's a Molotov. Delta knocked down. The grenade comes into the play, and it's all over, ladies and gentlemen. 12 elimination for the Team Pakistan, getting that winner chicken dinner. 22 points. The difference between the points is once again go between Indonesia and the Team Pakistan. Pakistan securing once again the #1 position.
Whoa. I was about to say, okay, let the carnage begin. But you know what? Judging by how it all worked out, again, it was a bit of trouble onto the side of Blue just because of the fact that they still needed to take care of business with Syria, right? So they're gonna risk losing some members. They're gonna risk taking a lot of hits, taking a lot of damage, and all Pakistan needed to do was just really be patient. They were down south. They were really sure that there will be no teams or like no player that will come up from behind to try to outsmart them, but they did not waste any time. They did not even let Nepal Blue lick their wounds. They just set in and threw that nade, sealing the deal and getting the chicken dinner for Miramar match.
Even though the winner of the chicken dinner for the team Pakistan, but still, the MVP is gonna go all the way to the Nepal Blue. Rex, 4 elimination, 725 damage, 318 is the longest elimination distance, 123 damage taken, 33 done, 57.14 contribution percentage. This guy had the lowest healing done whatsoever. After was the second match, the first Erangel, with just a 16 healing on one of the guys. So that was something. That was definitely something. But once again, it is the similar performance, 123 damage and 23 of the healing. Then we have the overall stats over here for the Rex, how many headshots he managed to secure throughout the game. It is 5.88%, 29% on the body, and 64.71% on the legs.
Pakistan strikes back. Okay, I think that's the way we should put it, you know, for their dominant victory here in Miramar. All I can say is that really Pakistan has reclaimed their momentum, securing a WWCD with the 12 elimination points on the board. And as you can see on the screen here, man, throwables use 133. Again, for me, it's pretty low. But then again, it's if this is the kind of formula that works for every team that we have in this game, then so be it, right? I mean, airdrops looted, I do understand it's so much risk to try and level up your gears coming from a crate that falls down from the sky, you know, from the PUBG gods. And as for the longest elimination distance, it is a total of 389 meters. For Miramar, I guess this is an okay number to see on the summary. But getting back into the kind of performance that we've seen earlier in the match, it was really a high-stakes battle against Nepal Blue after their early exit in Erangel a while ago. This was the statement game that they needed, you know, for the side of Team Pakistan, proving that they are still in the fight for the championship. Now, what I want to see for the final round, well, total rampage coming from the top 3 teams.
Wait a second, it's 10 elimination? I thought it was 12 elimination that they managed to get. Meaning they're on the equal terms. Just the chicken dinner is the difference, which is making the Team Pakistan still stand out into the #1 position. But Nepal Blue, 14 points. A very amazing game for these guys as well. Syria has 10. We have Nepal Red with the 10 as well. Laos with the 9. Sri Lanka with the 7. Timor-Leste with the 4 alongside of Nepal White. Then we have Jordan, Vietnam with 3 points for themselves. Malaysia, Lebanon with 2. Maldives with just the 1. And Bangladesh, Mongolia, and Indonesia. Indonesia not securing a single point. It's going to be a very hard-hitting factor for their team because now it's the final match coming up.
Well, obviously, Nepal Blue put up a strong resistance, you know, securing eliminations and making their presence felt despite falling short in the final battle. Their ability, I can say, to consistently perform keeps them well within the top 5 contention, setting them up for a high-stakes final match. And as for Pakistan's second chicken dinner here, man, they played Miramar to perfection. You know, they were able to balance aggressive engagements with calculated positioning. So their ability to control key areas, capitalize on eliminations, and secure the final fight against Nepal Blue proved that they are still a dominant force. Now, the ultimate decider. This final match will then say just who will be crowned kings for the Asia Showdown 2025, brought to you by the Esports Association of Nepal. Are you guys ready?
Are we all ready? We do have to know. Let us know down into the comment section, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you do spam your favorite team as well. Whether you can spam the team, whether you can spam the region, it's all up to you. It's all up to you. But yes, the final moment, the final momentum, the final push that all these teams need to get their hands onto that trophy, to be crowned as the champions, begins right now. Team Indonesia also into the competition as well, so it's super intense. Who is going to be the crown champion? It is just a single match that's going to determine that. But circle the plane line, it's here. Torea Humada is the plane line starting, and it's going all the way down to the Partona area of the map. Oh my goodness. La Cobreria, easily accessible. El Pozo, I don't think so. It's going to be accessible unless you have some cards. Hacienda, San Martin, Picado, all those major drop locations where we do usually see the teams take the fight, early fights. It's accessible right now, Andy.
And again, with Pakistan's victory moments ago, the battle for the title is still wide open. Indonesia is still in the race. Nepal Blue isn't backing down. And of course, Pakistan just sent a statement to the entire lobby here. One match left, one final chance. Who will rise and who will fall where? That's what we're about to find out, ladies and gents, as the teams try to prepare themselves, getting into their favorite hot drops. And it looks like some of the teams might get into a collision here just because of how close they are to one another. I don't think we're going to see any alterations here when it comes to their gameplay. It's going to be a full-out battle here right off the bat.
It definitely is a full-out right battle because the bottom line teams, they have nothing to lose at this point. They can still go straight for the aggressive stances. They can still go for those momentums that they possibly have needed throughout the games. And they just want to finish off this match either early, or they want to break off the momentum for the other teams. But Indonesia close to the Pakistan close to another team. I think that is the Nepal Blue at this time that is close to the proximity, but we have Mongolia working fighting against the Timor-Leste. Leste has been eliminated. That's the first one. Second one fight finally being done and dusted as well. It's not just one, it's two. Jordan has been eliminated too. So two teams in a very early stage has fully been eliminated. Team Mongolia 4 eliminations for themselves into the Picado area. They are just chilling out here. Lebanon close to the proximity of the team Sri Lanka. Once again, the fight will occur or the fight will not. This is a bigger question because both of these teams are kind of onto the low side Erangel. Whether they want to or not, they can just go for the fight. Actually go for that aggressive stances. Show us what you guys are capable of on the individual performance level from this point onward, because you have nothing to lose. The team performance wise, you're not going to have any prize pool position. Yes, you are trying to secure as much higher ranking as you can possibly can, but we need to see some casualties going out here. We need to see some single performances, single player performances from this point onward.
Hey, Jimmy wasn't able to do the shimmy here up against Lebanon. Easy is, of course, continuing to apply a lot of pressure onto the side of the Sri Lankans. We've got Easy on top of the building here, executioning Doom and sending him back to the lobby. Good game, well played for Doom here. And now Lebanon has the upper hand advantage up against the Sri Lankans. We got Easy on the screen, cooking up that nade, trying to flash him down. Jimmy's still low in HP here. And again, Lebanon is on full force. They are playing on aggro here. Jimmy still tries to open fire, but then again, Easy spots him out through that nade, and now Jimmy is on the ground.
Oh my god. We do have to know. There's that Lebanon legacy, non-legacy. At this point, he is moving forward. He's going forward, but Lucifer is the final guy alive from the players. Lucifer, at this point, he is closing in with the M249. Let's see if he's going to be able to get that elimination. He has the crossbow right here. It's going to go kaboom. It's definitely going to go kaboom for the player. We do have to see if anything is going to go in towards the area. The answer is no. Lucifer is not going to be able to get any knockdown. Sri Lanka out of the match right here for elimination for the Lebanon.
Yep, Lucifer again got sent back down to the underworld. Well, we're definitely going to be seeing them in the next tournaments to come, so good game, well played. We'll see you guys again soon. Now, down to 13 teams remaining just like that. Just a few minutes into the game, and we are already turning Miramar into a huge bloodbath here. From the screen, we've got Team Pakistan still, of course, pillaging through towns here, getting everything that they need before they step into any engagement. So far, it's been a little passive onto their side, but understandably so. I mean, they have everything to lose. They know that they know what's already at stake. For Team Pakistan, one wrong move and they could be taken, not have the chance to get that top spot from Indonesia. Were they able to get the top spot from Indonesia?
I mean, they
Not
are
yet. Not yet.
not yet.
Not yet. Okay, we didn't exactly show the leaderboards right after
Yeah, we're
the
not
last
looking
Erangel,
at the
right?
leaderboard.
So we don't have any idea, guys. But yeah, I mean, Team Pakistan obviously do not want to be
They're close.
reckless at this point. You know, they don't want to make any mistakes. So I'm
Oh my
pretty
God.
sure that it's gonna be all tactical from now on from the side of Pakistan. They're gonna pull out their big brains on this one to make sure that they really get the top spot.
I mean, yeah, the top spot is the fight that is really needed. We can't even see the total number of players alive into the live location leaderboard at this point. We just have to assume how many players are right now remaining with Malaysia. They have taken down one of the players. Let's see if they're going to be able to like secure that elimination. The answer will definitely be a yes. Lebanon, they're super further away from each other. They're not going to be able to like get those eliminations for themselves to make any kind of casualties against Team Malaysia, because Malaysia is super far. The only player that was close to the proximity that was trying to leave out of this area, he was taken down. He was instantly point onward. Look at the positions. We have just a single Picado area, and oh my God, as soon as I said let's look at the locations, the location goes off as well. Wow. Okay, I see how it is. Indonesia, in the meanwhile, they're taking the fight against the Team Maldives. Eddie got a knockdown, got a confirmation. That's one elimination for the Team Indonesia. Lebanon Wait gets a fully finish off as well by the hand of Trexy. That's a bled out that happened a while ago.
Oh my goodness. This is a situation, ladies and gents. Nepal Blue needs a big game. We've got Pakistan, they also need a big game. And for Indonesia, they also need a big game. So can you imagine if all of these three teams find themselves at the last few
Safe approach where they will take the fight, yes, maybe again after the state number 4, state number 5, and they will assume that okay, there's not a lot of teams left, there's not a lot of players left, we can definitely take the fights. Until that time, they will definitely go for a safer side approach. Falak, once again, IQ is on the top of the mountain. The backside, you need to look at the backside too. IQ, you need to look at your back, and in the meanwhile, Indonesia, ZMJJ, one player knockdown. Will it be a confirmation? This is the question. The second one goes down as well. No, Vietnam, you are completely obliterated. Indonesia, I'm so sad for the fact that Indonesia, from this point onward, I was let them clash against each other, let them fight against each other at this point, but let's see, Mongolia, they're also facing the wrath of the Team Laos at this time. The sprays are definitely coming in. Oh my God, that's a one-player knockdown. Izzy boy, you are doing a great job getting a knockdown, getting a confirmation. That's one elimination for the player. And Laos, at this point, they are on the top of the mountain, just chilling on the backside. There's the rest of the teams from the Vietnam also closing in. Something needs to be done. Izzy boy, you have to go. You have to go close to the proximity of your own team member. Get that healing and get that maybe survivability done upon the player, because Honda, he's on the 60% HP. He doesn't have enough time to heal himself, and then take the fight once again.
Yep, and also Team Vietnam is doing their best, of course, to win this fight up against Laos, but Laos is not backing down in this situation. They're also doing a massive counter up against Team Vietnam. But then again, I think there's a need for them. It is essential for them to kind of go in for a reposition, you know, just to really maybe set a trap for Team Vietnam, let them come to their side instead of them actually going in for the offense. But then again, you know, I think yeah, I don't think they're gonna leave this warehouse. They're gonna let Vietnam step into that trap instead of them actually going out of that compound. But anyway, Team Pakistan still a full squad here again. What an advantage up against Indonesia. And just look at that. They're pretty close to one another, and the fight is definitely about to ensue here.
Oh my god. We do have to see Pakistan versus Indonesia. It's finally happened. The player threw that grenade. It did not get any kind of connection, but the Molotov is inside the compound. It's definitely going to affect the player. But no, how is this guy surviving? How is this guy alive? The jump shots are coming in. He is stuck behind that. Wait a second. What is going on? The player goes out. He gets a lot of damage. He needs to move out of the proximity. He gets in the compound once again, into the backside of the compound. But there we go. The spray comes into the Indonesia with the one elimination. They have been eliminated on the hashtag number 12, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the fight is against the Team Pakistan and the Nepal Blue. Nepal Blue is also kind of into the close proximity of this area that they can have that winner chicken area. They can overtake everyone, get that number 1 position as well. But firing Orpheus in fact into the vicinity, taking the fight, getting a knockdown. All those eliminations are happening. Team Syria versus Nepal White. Orpheus from Maldives is getting taken down by the hand of Malaysia. Syria, Ali closing in. Nepal White, Sleepy is going to take him down. And M7MD, Yusuf, the only 2 guys that are alive. They will leave the premises from this point onward. Or no, they don't have anything to lose. They are going. Everybody is going haywire for the fight.
Yep, I feel like somebody already opened up Pandora's box, and now this is pandemonium right at stage number 3. My goodness me! And now Nepal White has already been eliminated by a team of Vietnam, if I'm not mistaken. Man, what a way to go out of this competition. Anyway, back to Syria. Down to their last member. The fight is not over just yet up against Team Vietnam, but I think he needs to vacate this area because he doesn't want to get in sandwiched between 2 fighting teams here. So I guess this is a good call. But then again, I feel like Nepal Red is smelling blood. I think they're definitely going to hunt him down. As for battleground and the rest of Team Vietnam, okay, they're trying to do a reset here because they're preparing for a fight up against Nepal Red.
Oh my god. It is Nepal Red right now into the proximity. Vietnam is here. Firing, taking Falak down. Oh my god. And once again, it is Falak. We were also talking about into the previous match as well that this guy is kind of farther away from the team. And I think it's the same situation once again. Look, should have been farther away from the team. He got taken down. Now, it's the question of whether he will get the confirmation or he will not get the confirmation at this point in time. But Vietnam, Leviso, he's gonna get into the car. They might leave the premises. They might get out of this area from this point onward. We do have to see. But Nepal Red, Rex into the proximity. We have MY's Kenny, Nepal Blue, Gyante getting those knockouts and eliminations for themselves. But Falak gets eliminated by the hand of fire, and Leviso is into the proximity as well. Domain getting that knockdown. The second guy from the team, in fact, Vietnam is also going to be eliminated. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. 3 elimination for Nepal Red. But Blue is fighting against Team Pakistan. We have to go. And we do have to see how the Team Pakistan is actually holding up towards that area. Because Falak this time around was the guy that was eliminated. Was knocked out, finished off at that point. But Falak, he's going to be finished off by the Blue Zone. The rest of the teams are still going to survive and still be into the safe side area. I kind of want to see Nepal Blue. I kind of want to see Team Pakistan at this point because they were at the top of the chart. They were having more than 100 points for themselves. So the tussle is between those 2 giants.
Okay, Rex was the MVP in the last Miramar round, so perhaps he was able to carry that same momentum back to the final round because he needs that to happen, you know, to be consistent and stay in the top 6 here for the competition to get that slice of the pie. Coming off of the kill fit, oh, Nepal Blue versus Team Pakistan right now, but unfortunately T24 is currently down on the ground, and Pakistan will be coming from down below. So we've got Nepal Blue on the high ground advantage here. We've got Deontay coming in from the left side of IQQ, but it's a good thing that IQ was able to spot him up. An example being aggressive here, trying to get close to the situation, and that's it for IQQ. He tried to get close, he exposed himself up above, and now Nepal will capitalize on that information and just really went for a rapid spray. And now IQQ, man, he is, I mean, he's pretty helpless at this point.
Oh my god, no, Team 4 is also down, no! The situation is overturning, IQ is down, oh my god! Noki would have been the only player right now alive for the team, and oh my god, we're into the top 7, ladies and gentlemen. One positioning point will be given out to the teams that get eliminated from this point onward. Bangladesh, Shaijan, he's giving that revival to Eddie, and with the 2 players on the team Bangladesh, once again, they will go forward against the team Syria, maybe the team Nepal, red, but Pakistan gets eliminated on the hashtag number 7. Oh my god, this is getting juicy and juicier at this point. Nepal blue were the one responsible for that elimination, and now with the 6th elimination into the hands of Nepal blue, they just need that winner in a chicken dinner. They need that winner in a chicken dinner, and they will have the top position for themselves. And oh my god, will it be enough to secure, to dethrone the other teams to get the top position for themselves or not?
No. You know, sometimes I'm not sure if I still want to do commentary or just really watch the fights, you know, happen in front of me. This is so exciting. But we've got Bangladesh on the screen here trying to go up against Nepal red. Shijan a little bit low with the HP here. His teammates really down on the ground. Shijan with his shotgun did not do him any good because Nepal red was out to get him and was really looking forward to get that point. 7 now for Nepal red.
Yes, it is 7 points. 5. Out of which 5 is instantly for Precious. Right here, this guy is super precious for the team. I have to say that. Oh my god, they're going super head-to-head against each other. We can see the team, in fact, Syria as a solo player, M7MD. We have the team Laos close to the proximity of the Nepal. We also have Mongolia into the proximity as well. The fight can definitely ensue at any point in time, right into the proximity. So whatever happens in these top 5 scenarios, it's gonna happen within this circle. I do totally believe it's gonna happen within this circle from this point onward, and I kind of want to see that aggression happen. Everyone going forward, completely clashing up, getting those eliminations for themselves, and just annihilating everyone into the lobby.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine Nepal blue with the winner chicken dinner. 25 eliminations. Okay, so so far they have 6 eliminations the last time we saw them, right? With this and a total of players that are alive, 6 plus 10, that's 16 eliminations that they can possibly get if they vibe down the whole lobby, meaning 26 points for them. But my main question for you guys on the chat and for you, Red Queen, is that will it be enough or not?
Well, that is a big question mark right there. But the fact that Nepal Blue was able to set a total of 6 points inside their pockets, and we are already at stage 5, they're still a complete squad, that is such a huge advantage right there. We all know the kind of firepower that they have as a team, and going through some of their opponents here for this stage 5 will definitely be cutting through or like slicing through a butter here. It'll be that smooth. Of course, I feel like they already have that momentum. They do have that motivation as well. Again, you know, for this side of Nepal, they're not playing here just to survive this game. They're not just playing here for themselves. I think, you know, they're carrying a lot of pressure from the whole nation, just because of the fact that, you know, we've got 3 Nepal teams here representing and fighting for the top spot in this competition. So I guess, you know, they're really putting their best effort, their best foot forward, just to make sure that they give everyone what they want. So far, they're putting up a great show. You know, they're not disappointing their fans, and I can say the same, you know, for the remaining teams that we have for stage 5 here. We still got Mongolia playing for stage 5. Vitality already out, but it's Apex rival Alex right now still making it happen for Team Mongolia. Alex has been a key player here, to be honest, for Team Mongolia. He has been aggressive and consistent as well in putting up numbers for the whole team.
Go for the fights. I kind of want to see the fights actually too at this point. It's way too much for my small heart at this point. Alex getting some taps on towards the players, no connectivity. Then we have Team MN's Apex. In fact, there's Apex, there's Alex. There's 2 of The A ace, the double A's are here. Rilo, in the meanwhile, he is the only guy that is kind of away from the team at this point. So we do have to see where is Rilo situated at. But for now, Mongolia has a decent position into the circle. But for how long? Because now they will have to move into the circle. Now they have to take the fight against all of these teams, and Nepal Blue is in the front lines waiting for all of these teams on the top of the mountain, just chilling out there. As soon as they're going to show their faces, those sprays, those connectivities are
to eliminate them, or that maybe do Rilo spots of players coming from Nepal. We got Apex down on the ground, so who will be picking up their teammate? Oh, so yes, okay, they're gonna let that go. So Mongolia just like that, down to just 2 players.
I mean, that is absolutely true. Mongolia is down to the last 2 players. NP Red, Nepal Red, close to the proximity. Precious, the guy that had the 5 elimination, he's ready to players once again. Saitama in the car, he's moving forward, but there's the Team Syria into the proximity as well. We do have to see how they're going to be able to get those eliminations for themselves at this point. Rilo into the proximity. Let's see. Mongolia will move. The rest of the Mongolia team. That's why the player does not want to engage in any kind of a tussle. But Nepal Blue with the 7 eliminations so far for themselves. We do have to see, are they going to be able to secure some more decent number of eliminations, because they are trying. They are definitely trying. If not the number 1, number 2, maybe the number 3, they are trying their level best. But they're already on the number 3, aren't they? So it's already on the fact that they are getting into the number 2 or the number 1.
You know what? I do wonder what Indonesia is feeling right now. I mean, they're so close to really being dominant, in this tournament. Day number 1, day number 2, they were pretty unstoppable. The prowess, their power, their tenacity inside the battlefield is undeniable. And to see Indonesia get taken out so early in the game and not even having a chance to solidify their position in the leaderboard ranking. Oh, but then again, if we talk about force to be reckoned with, right now it's no doubt that we have Nepal Blue and of course Pakistan going at it. But let's see who will emerge victorious, for this round.
I mean, we do have to know the fact the Mongolia is trying to survive their level best as a 1, 2, 3 players alive. They're doing their level best as a duo. Precious and the team Nepal Red, they're also doing the same thing, getting as many eliminations as they possibly can. The fight right now, what I do totally believe, is between the MVPs. It is the MVP fight going up for all of these players. There's a Laos, there's Nepal Blue. They're trying to make sure that even if they can't get the number 1, number 2 position, they can get that MVP ranking for themselves from this point onward. Syria gets eliminated by the hand of Team Laos. Beckham is the guy that is responsible for that. Now, example, slowly, steadily move forward. You still have 2 grenades. Get in, then hook those grenades and throw it up.
A tight final battle here, that is for sure. Okay, just got run over by Sight. But Precious as well, come from Nepal Red, has been taken down, so Saitama is definitely going to pick